Okay, so this workshop is going to talk about scaling recipes. So if you look up here, this is our original recipe for tahini almond cookies. And our original recipe serves 12 people. These are the ingredients that we would need and the measurements for the ingredients that we would need to serve 12 people, to make 12 cookies. When we're scaling recipes, we're thinking we need either more servings of the dish or the cookie or whatever you're making, or less servings of that food. So let's start down here. Say we want to make 36 cookies instead of 12 cookies. Maybe I'm having a party and I need to make more cookies. First, we need to see the relationship between 36 and 12. So if I take 36 divided by 12, that's equal to 3. I could also take 12 times 3 and give me 36. So 3 here being the scale factor. So we're scaling it by 3. So when I'm going from this recipe, the original recipe to 36 servings, I'm going to scale it by 3. Just like I had to multiply 12 by 3 to get 36 here, I need to multiply all of my ingredients by 3 so that I have a recipe that makes 36 cookies. All right, so I put times 3 next to all of my ingredients to remind me that each of them need to be multiplied by 3 so that I can feed 36, or so that I can make 36 cookies. So when I go through and I multiply 1.5 cups of tahini by 3, I get a total of 4.5 cups. 1 cup of maple syrup times 3 gives me 3 cups. 1 teaspoon of almond extract times 3 gives me 3 teaspoons. 4 cups of almond flour times 3 means I'm going to need 12 cups of almond flour. I'm just going to keep going. 1 teaspoon times 3 equals 3 teaspoons. Half a teaspoon times 3 is 1.5 teaspoons. 1 teaspoon of baking soda times 3 is again 3 teaspoons. And then I'm also going to need 3 teaspoons of salt. So when I need to make 36 servings, I'm looking at these numbers, multiplying by 3 to get my new answer. So anytime you need to make a recipe bigger, or if you need to make more of that recipe, you are multiplying. More servings means you're multiplying. In this case, we multiplied by 3 because 12 times 3 gives me my 36 servings. Now let's say maybe you're at home and you want to make some cookies, but you don't want to make that many cookies since it's just for yourself. So you want to make a smaller amount of the recipe. So say you need to make 6 cookies instead of 12. Well, if we take 12 divided by 6, we get 2. So going from the original recipe to 6 servings, we're going to divide by 2. Okay, so I put divided by 2 next to each ingredient to remind me to divide everything by 2. So essentially, we're making half a batch of cookies since we're dividing everything by 2. So if I have 1.5 cups of tahini and I divide that by 2, if you put it in your calculator, 1.5 divided by 2, you get 0.75 or 3/4 cup. 0.75 and 3/4 are the same. We take 1 cup of maple syrup and divide it by 2, we get 1/2 cup. We have 1 teaspoon of almond extract divided by 2, half of a teaspoon. 4 cups of almond flour divided by 2. I'll need 2 cups of almond flour. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon divided by 2, half a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon of ginger divided by 2. If you put 1/2 divided by 2 in your calculator, you get 0.25 or 1/4. Typically when we're cooking, you see a fraction, not the decimal, so that's why I'm writing it like that. 1 teaspoon of baking soda divided by 2 gives me half a teaspoon, and I'm going to need half a teaspoon of salt. All right, so now that you have an idea of how you can scale recipes to make them bigger or to make them smaller, complete the Desmos activity for your bell.